Hello everyone, this is Shivesh Kumar Singh and I'm going to discuss about the quadratic functions. Like I have told you in the polynomial, any polynomial of degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial or quadratic function. Any polynomial of degree 2 is called quadratic function. For example, suppose we have fx is equal to 3x square plus 2x plus 1. Here you can see degree of this polynomial is 2. Just to remind you, what is the degree of the polynomial? Degree means highest power of the variable. So you can see here highest power of the variable is 2. So it is a quadratic polynomial. Now, what is the general form of a quadratic polynomial? General form is fx is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Okay, because if a is equal to 0, then it will not be the quadratic polynomial, it will become linear polynomial. So very important condition is, for the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, a cannot be 0. So this is called general form of a quadratic function. Now here, after this, I am going to tell you something important, that is zeros of a polynomial. Zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Before, in the case of polynomials, I have told you, what do you mean by zeros of a polynomial? Zeros means all those values of variable for which polynomial becomes 0. Okay, for example, suppose polynomial is, I'm starting with the linear polynomial. Suppose polynomial is x minus 1. So if you write x is equal to 1 in this polynomial, then f1 will become 1 minus 1, that is 0. So it is 0. Therefore x is equal to 1 is the 0 of the polynomial fx is equal to x minus 1. Okay, so same thing we can find with the quadratic function also, or quadratic polynomial also. Remember one thing here, this is number of zeros. Number of zeros of any polynomial will be less than or equal to the degree of the polynomial. It cannot be more than the degree of the polynomial. Okay, every time you remember this. For example, here you can see degree of this polynomial is 1. So how many values of x we are getting? We are getting only one value of x. So number of zeros is equal to the degree of the polynomial. Or sometimes in case of a quadratic or higher powers, if you have the repeated zeros, then number of zeros will be less than the degree of the polynomial. But it cannot be more than the degree of polynomial in any case. Okay, now let's consider some examples of quadratic polynomial. For example, say fx is equal to 3x square plus 2x minus 1. Okay, now this is a polynomial and we want to find the zeros. So what we will do here, just we can say let 3x square plus 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Now here you need to factorize this. So factorization can be done by splitting the middle formula, or by quadratic formula, or by completing the square method. So first I am going to explain you about splitting the middle term. Splitting the middle term. As the name is telling, what we are going to do here, splitting the middle term, this middle term is 2x, so we are going to split this. Now, very simple working rule for this is, first of all, you write the polynomial in the descending power of the descending terms of the power, that is 3x square plus 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Now, multiply the coefficient of x square with the constant term, you will get 3. Write the possible factors of 3, that is 3 multiply 1 is the only factor possible combination for the factors. Now, you can see since the constant term is negative, so subtraction of the factors should be equal to the middle number, that is 3x square. In place of 2 we will write 3 minus 1. Why we are writing 3 minus 1? Because 1 is negative here in the constant term. X here come as it is, minus 1 equal 0. So this is 3x square plus 3x minus x minus 1 equal to 0. From first two terms you can see we can take 3x common. In bracket you will get x plus 3, sorry, it will be x plus 1 minus 1 common, and here you will get x plus 1. So x plus 1 can be taken common again. So this is x plus 1 common, and in another bracket you will get 3x minus 1 equal 0. Now from here what you can see, product of two terms is 0. It means either x plus 1 will be equal to 0 or 3x minus 1 will be equal to 0. So it means x will be equal to negative 1. This is the one answer, and x is equal to 1 over 3 is the another answer. This is called splitting the middle term. Okay, let's consider one more example for the splitting the middle term so that this example may be very much clear to you. Suppose we have a quadratic polynomial fx is equal to 2x square plus, say here we are getting 7x plus 5. Okay, or let's make it more little lengthy so that you can have more options. Okay, here I am taking in place of 7 and I will change this number. Say for example here you are taking 8. Okay, and here you are getting 6. Now if you see splitting the middle term, so first method I have told you, first step is 2 multiply 6, and 2 multiply 6 is 12. Now write all possible factors of 12, that is all possible combinations. So first is 1 multiply 12, second is 2 multiply 6, third is 3 multiply 4. Only these combinations are possible for 12. Now you see the constant number is positive. So from this pair we will consider only that pair for which addition of the numbers is the middle number. It means addition of the number is 8. So definitely we are going to follow this one because 6 plus 2 will be equal to 8. So this is 2x square plus 6 plus 2x plus 6, that is 2x square plus 6x plus 2x plus 6. From the first two terms we can take 2x common, that will be x plus 3, and from the last two terms we can take 2 common, that will be x plus 3 again. So it will be x plus 3 common from whole, and then another bracket will be 2x plus 2. Okay, now we can make it 1 by 1 equal to 0. So you will get x plus 3 equal to 0 or 2x plus 2 equal to 0. So from here you will get x is equal to negative 3, one answer, or x is equal to negative 1 is the another answer. So these are the two zeros of the polynomial 2x square plus 8x plus 6. Okay, now after this splitting the middle term, I will explain you about the quadratic formula. Before that I will explain you about the difference of polynomial and equation. Okay, like you know that fx is equal to x square plus x plus 1. It is the polynomial. But if we write x square plus x plus 1 equal to any number, say 0, then it becomes equation. This is polynomial and this is equation. So what's the difference between polynomial and equation? When value of a polynomial is given to us, then it becomes equation. For example, here you can see 0 is the value of x square plus x plus 1. Okay, now let's understand about the zeros. What I told you about the zeros, same term we are going to use here for the roots or solution of a quadratic equation. So roots or solution means all those values of x or the variable used for which the polynomial of the equation becomes 0, or you can say left hand side becomes equal to the right hand side. Okay, now let's see the example for that quadratic formula. First, I'll tell you the formula and then you will see how to apply this in the question. So this is quadratic formula. Okay, let ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 be the equation. Of course, it is a quadratic equation. I'm not mentioning it again and again. Okay, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is the quadratic equation. Then values of x, then values of x is given by x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Here you can see I have written plus minus. It means there will be two values. One value will be plus x, one value with the plus, and one value with the minus. So, for example, how you will apply this? Question can be solve x square plus 5x plus 4 equal 0. So first of all, you just compare with the standard equation and find the values of a, b and c. So ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So value of a is 1, value of b is 5 and value of c is 4. So write the quadratic formula here and it will be x is equal to minus b yani 5 plus minus square root of b square yani 5 square minus 4ac means a is 1 and c is 4 divide by 2a means 1. So I'm writing it separately because this is plus minus, so you will get two values of x. So one value is minus 5 plus square root of 25 minus 16 divide by 2, and another value will be x is equal to minus 5 minus square root of 25 minus 16 divide by 2. So this is minus 5 plus 25 minus 16 is 9 and square root of 9 is 3 divided by 2, and here it will be another number minus 5 minus 3 divided by 2. So x will be equal to minus, you see, minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2 divided by 2 minus 1, or another number will be minus 4. So by this quadratic formula you can solve the question easily. Okay, so this is called quadratic formula. X is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Make sure that you are writing the terms of the quadratic polynomial in descending order of their power. Okay, means first you will write the power of 2, then power of 1, and then power 0, that is the constant term, and then you will find the values of a, b and c, apply in the formula, and then you get the answer. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about the completing the square method. Please try to understand that. Completing the square method. Okay, so for example, suppose it is x square 3x square plus 6x plus 5 equal 0. Okay, now I'll make it little change. This is minus. Now, what we have to do by using the completing square method, what we do in that, first of all, whatever is written with x square, if coefficient is other than 1, you just divide the equation by that number. So what you do here, dividing by 3. So this will become x square plus 2x minus 5 over 3 equal 0. Then what you do? You just divide the coefficient of x by 2. Okay? Coefficient of x by 2 means coefficient of x is 2 here. So divide 2 by 2 and you will get 1. Then make this one square. Okay, and this square will be added and subtracted here, means this is x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 5 over 3 equal 0. Now you can see the first three terms are in the standard formula, and what is that formula? A plus b whole square equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so this is x plus 1 whole square equal, I am shifting this constant term to the right hand side, it will become 5 plus 3, 8 upon 3. Now x plus 1 equal to plus minus square root of 8 upon 3. So x is equal to minus 1 plus square root of 8 upon 3, or minus 1 minus square root of 8 upon 3. You can solve it further with the use of calculator if you want the further answer, or this can be the final answer. So this is the completing the square method. What we do in the completing the square method, once again try to understand the method. This is, first, if any coefficient is written with x square, then you will divide the equation by that coefficient of x square. For example, here I divided by 3. Now coefficient of x will be divided by 2, and that division will be squared, and that squared division will be added and subtracted here. So I have added and subtracted 1 here, and after that the first three terms, x square plus 2x plus 1, is the standard formula, that is x plus 1 whole square, and all other constant terms will go to right hand side. It will become 8 upon 3. So x plus 1 is equal to plus minus square root of 8 upon 3, and then you can get the two values of x easily. Okay, so this is by completing the square method. And so this is all about the quadratic function, and hope you understand this topic. If there is any problem, you can write in the comment, and surely I'll discuss with you in detail. Thank you.